What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, and you are checking out our Attitude Years Season 3 series recap covering all things 2000. We are on the road to Judgment Day, and we have one last stop, which is WWF SmackDown from May 18th, live in Detroit, Michigan. To kick off SmackDown, the McMahon-Helmsley Regime come out. Shane says he's like a lion and will rip out the Big Show's heart at Judgment Day. Triple H says that at Judgment Day, disqualifications and countouts will be counted as falls in the Iron Man match. Vince says The Rock will only leave Judgment Day with the title if he makes a deal with the devil himself. So that notion that disqualification and counts will count adds to the fact that if DX gets involved, that could cost Triple H. So it looks as if the match is going to be more fair than it would have been before. And the other important moment from this opening segment is when Vince says to The Rock, the only way he's going to make it out of Judgment Day is if he makes a deal with the devil. We'll have to find out if he does just that. We see the hardcore champion Crash Holly paying the Acolytes to let him sleep backstage because he can't keep his eyes closed because everyone's after the title. Our first match, we see Kurt Angle defeat Scotty to Hotty after a roll up. We'll see Kurt Angle, Edge, and Christian take on Rikishi and Too Cool at Judgment Day, but all six of these men will compete one on one tonight here on SmackDown. So Kurt Angle gets the first victory for that team. China comes out and mocks Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn and basically says there won't be a triple threat match at Judgment Day, as it will be as it will be Perry Saturn versus Dean Malenko with guest referee Eddie Guerrero right before the pay-per-view. During the match, Eddie hits both men with the European title, and China and Eddie laugh. It was just a way for Eddie to get the upper hand on these guys heading into Judgment Day. And of course, Mamacita fucking around with the Radicals, causing issues as usual. Next, we see Grandmaster Sexay defeat Christian after rolling him up and holding onto the tights. And Grandmaster Sexay defeats Christian here on the way to Judgment Day. Venis comes out and says he wants a title shot, which causes Intercontinental Champion Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Hardcore Holly to all come out, talk shit to each other, and then it leads to a tag match. Jericho and Venis defeat Hardcore Holly and Chris Benoit by DQ. After Hardcore Holly hits Chris Jericho in the face with a steel chair, after Holly attacks Chris Benoit with the chair as well, and attacks his leg with the chair many times, injuring that leg and causing it to be a target for Chris Jericho at the Judgment Day pay-per-view. Hardcore Holly is making his presence felt here in the Intercontinental division. He definitely wants a title shot sooner than later. Next, Rikishi defeats tag team champion Edge by disqualification after Kurt Angle and Christian attack Rikishi. After Kurt Angle and Edge and Christian get attacked by Too Cool, but they do a dance and run off after the attack. So Kurt Angle, Edge, and Christian being silly here right before Judgment Day. We then see a special handicap match. Shane McMahon, DX, and TNA with Trish Stratus and Tori defeat the Big Show after X-Pac hits the Big Show with a steel chair, and the heels help Shane McMahon lift up the Big Show so Shane can choke slam him, and Shane pins the Big Show 1, 2, 3 with help from the bad guys here. Big Show is definitely going to be waiting to get his hands on Shane McMahon at Judgment Day, but Shane has the advantage going into the pay-per-view. Next up, we see Gerald Briscoe backstage. He goes into the room where the hardcore champion Crash Holly is sleeping. Briscoe pins Crash Holly quick, and he becomes the new hardcore champion. Holly chases Briscoe down to the ring. Pat Patterson gets involved, and Crash Holly hits Pat Patterson in the ass with the broom, which I'm sure Pat hasn't been hit in the ass. But Gerald Briscoe runs out with the hardcore championship. And our main event here, a special lumberjack tables match. The WWF Champion, The Rock, taking on the Dudley Boys. This match ends up being a no contest as the Dudley Boys and The Rock decide, fuck fighting each other, let's fight the bad guys. They all brawl. And basically Triple H is able to land a rock bottom to The Rock through a table. So Triple H now has the advantage going into Judgment Day. It's going to be a good card. We've got the 60-minute Iron Man match, the tables match between DX and the Dudleys. the submission match between Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit, and much more coming your way. Make sure you stay safe and stay uncensored. Continue to tune in. We've got more stuff coming your way. See you soon.